This is my VL Commodore. Yeah, that's good. That's way better.
There it is.
What's this? What's this? All right, let's just jump straight into it. There's a lot going on, okay? We've been all over the place. If you don't know what's happening, watch the other 4 episodes, but we're just going to jump into it. Explain what we're doing tonight.
Alright, so again, I'll say this every episode, but a lot's happened since last time. We'll jump straight into it. I've been busy in the boot. Finally, the sheeting is all done. Like I said I would, I've finally got there. I'm just doing all the filler work and everything now. We're going to chuck that in prime tonight. Underneath the car, the diff is all painted back in the car. What else have we got? We've got axles coming tomorrow from Dan from Fat Guts. Engine and trans will hopefully be in tonight. And we got the magician. We can't disclose his true identity, but he's here working in the shadows of the wiring loom. So we're going to see a few bits and pieces of that as well. I feel a little bit tickety because I installed the hoist, right? And I know how sketchy those dynabolts are. Look at the dynabolts out in the fucking ground. It's not a 4-poster.
Jake doesn't know where to put things.
Oi, the fucking box, make it fit.
Oh, the box.
The one that says make it fit in front of you.
So first day of filming's gone pretty good. You see the nice little montages we've done. Gotten the engine in, torque converter, trans is in. Jake's been working hard in the boot. That's all primed now. We can have a look at that maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
So guys, yeah, like Raf said, we've started the final assembly and I'm super wrapped with how everything's coming together. I couldn't be more happy, to be honest with you. You know, when you have a vision in your head and it starts to come together, and here we are now, so we can have a look at the colour. I'm glad I just gave the bay a quick lick. That's looking killer. We got some also Raceworks bits and pieces that are going to be coming onto the car soon, so get excited for that. They sent us a heap of bits and pieces, so special thanks to them. Yeah, as you can see, got the engine there sitting nice. So now we got the wizard behind the scenes, Gaz, doing a bit of wiring. So we're going to have everything in place for him, and we'll keep progressing and come back tomorrow and we'll fit up the tail shaft. It's on the ground over here. Second-hand piece here. Good friend of mine, Charlie Dixon. Special thanks to you, Charlie. I appreciate this so much. You can't even put it into words. He's donated this tail shaft from his CV8 Monaro. This is from the T56 package he had in it. Lucky enough, this yoke actually fits the Turbo 350, so where we'll be able to use this. We just got to measure and see what the length's like. We might have to cut it down. Also, tomorrow is Friday, the 9th of December, so we're getting pretty close. Pick up the axles from Dan at Fat Guts. Put the axles in tomorrow and finally get the car rolling. So that's going to be freaking massive, you know what I mean? And finally have it off the hoist, because it's been on the hoist for so long, and I'm keen for you guys to see it as well. So yeah.
All right, guys, it's Saturday now. It's about 5 o'clock. We're at Jake's workshop. Jake's not actually here. It's just Sam and I. We had a nice sushi date together. Rolled up here expecting Jake to be here, and he's not. But we've got some big news on the VL. So it's actually rolling now. I'll show you what's going on. So we've got the engine in. The trans is in. He's done the underneath of the car. So it's all nice and pretty. Diff center's in. And everything's all bolted up. Tail shaft's over there somewhere that Charlie Dixon gave to him.
Charlie's a magic man.
It still needs to be shortened about 30 mil. But
Saved us a lot of time and effort.
yeah,
Charlie.
it's getting there.
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're doing now is Sam's making some power steering lines, because we've got the Astra power steering pump in the front of the car. So obviously we need custom lines. Good-o.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get to it.
Has to be all smooth. Yeah. If it's a bit extra rough, we'll get some more fucking.
Alright, as you can see, kind of running out of time. It's coming close to Summernats. So the new rule for Jake is anyone that comes in the workshop has a job to do. We got Love Day Motorsports
On
here.
the tools, lads.
He's on the tools. He's sanding the inside of the bonnet. He's going to do the boot lid as well. And what's that hat you got?
Yeah, that's a
not the
wrong
right
hat.
one.
That's
Wrong.
the wrong hat. What is the right hat though? When do these come out, Raph?
Well, for you guys yesterday, but yes, Wednesday. So we're doing a little thing for the video, so our viewers on this, these are new. Any of you guys, we're going to do a discount code in the description. So keep a lookout for that, 10% off.
And put it in a discount code box. Don't put it in the description of the sale, because
Yeah.
you won't get discount.
They're double-sided too, so you got 2 patterns.
Hella fresh.
Yeah, switch it over, switch it over. You do what you want.
There we go.
All right. Anyway, that's enough of that. Keep an eye out for the discount code, and we'll go speak to Jake.
Alright guys, we're back again. Lots happened since you've seen me last. We've been busy. We even got Anthony here tonight. This is a rare occasion.
Hello.
Samuel's here again, and we got Giles on the tools, as I think you just filmed him. Let me walk you through what's happened. We'll start from the front, we'll work our way to the back. I've mounted the trans cooler here. This one here, this unit came with the fan, and made up some lines today. Samuel showed me how to use the Teflon, so very exciting, always learning new things. We've got the radiator in for mocking up purposes again. We're going to put a temperature sensor in here. We're going to take it out again, send it back to the radiator mob, and get a temperature sensor put in, and another bung for the steam ports we put into the top of the engine. Astra power steering's all mounted under the car. The bay's painted, as you've seen in the end of the last episode. Engine's back in. We've got electric water pump on the car now. A few more bits and pieces. We've got the extractors in from Pacemaker. This is a terrible kit. I wouldn't recommend anybody buy them. Next time I'm gonna buy the Castlemaine ones. Tough mounts in the car, they didn't fit either. Just gonna let you know. Guys, don't muck around if you're gonna do this. Just go straight out, buy the tough mount stuff. Save yourself some time. Even if you can make it at home, their stuff fits. basically a lot's happened. The trans lines are in the car. That's all good. It's sitting a bit better, the ride height now, I'm very excited about. We're starting to put on some fittings, some bits and pieces. Raceworks have been kind enough to send us some gear. Couldn't thank them enough. It wouldn't be happening without them. Let's walk through. Car's rolling. I am super wrapped. Thanks to the boys, Fat Guts Racing, Dan. He's supplied some axles, Moser axles, 35 spline. We've chucked those in, we'll put the center in. We'll have a look under the car in a minute. Raceworks fuel cell. This is going to have in-tank hanger for the fuel pump. We've mounted that up. That's beautiful. It's got the what are they called, Sam?
Like the exhaust mounts, the rubber with the studs on the end, just exhaust.
Yeah,
mounts.
so we're using the exhaust mounts to mount it. We've nut certed the RHS under the boot, and we've got an exhaust hanger. If you come in, have a look. We've got a rubber mount underneath here that's bolted into the nut cert, so it can move a little bit with the car. We're gonna work out where the bulkhead goes now. We're gonna put the lines from the tank into a bulkhead in the boot under the car and run them through. We've got our magician in the back room. See where that light is? See that light over there in the back room? What's happening in there is black magic, all right? We can't tell you, but we'll have a little squeeze in a little bit. I've just broken the tail light, so if anybody's got one of those, let us know. Inside the car, we've started cleaning it up because obviously we're going to test fit the loom a fair few times to make it right. And yeah, it's coming together, a lot of hours, we're feeling the crunch. Hopefully we can get everything we need, and yeah, it's getting exciting. All right, now, me and Sam have been making quite a few visits to Outlaw Speed Shop. Paul has reminded me that I didn't give him a big enough shout out for the diff center. Thank you again, Paul, big sexy, all right? You're going bold, and what is it, Caprice doesn't have a sunroof, but we still love you. We got the center in here, that's looking sexual. Like you've seen, I made the trans tunnel a bit higher. Now, thanks again to Charlie for giving me his tail shaft. I honestly couldn't thank you enough, man. Again, all these little bits and pieces make a big difference. That's off getting shortened at the moment. We had to shorten at about 40 mil. So Hardy Spicer got that, and hopefully we get it back in time. We'll see how we go. And that can go together. We've still got to make backing plates for the diff and mount the rear brakes. But apart from that, the rear end's coming together. That's looking great. Soon, hopefully next week, it'll be off to Michael from SA Chassis, and we'll get him to wheel on the car. Under here, we've got extractors in. They're fitting completely on the piss at the moment, but I'll have to cut and shut and make them right. We put some new rack bolts in because I cross-threaded both of those, but you get that on the big jobs. Everything's sitting level, and we're just working our way through. As you can see under here, this is the Astra power steering where it's mounted. So it's just tucked up under there, and we've got the magician. He's going to be running the loom and figuring out that in the meantime. But yeah, we're getting there. All right, come have a look quickly. All right, Yasare. All right, so here we go. We got the black magician in his room. He's doing his thing, right? So here's the loom at the car. We're doing the whole loom, going over every little bits, nooks and cranny. Come over here. This, all shit we've pulled out of the loom. All of that, rubbish, shit, crap. What we've done here, this is the rear section of the loom. All been untaped, looked over all the wires, all the connectors, everything made beautiful, right? So basically everything's getting moved, and some things are going to be rerouted. And what happened initially is we pulled the loom apart, fixed everything, made everything out of the factory loom work perfectly. And now we're basically starting and putting all the modified wires in and running them all through correctly. We have a look here. This is the old fuse box. It's got heaps of issues, melting, no good, shit, cracked. Look at this. Look at this. What's all this? This is all the issues. This is all, got rid of all these relays that don't work, and this is the new fuse box. Original one that's been cleaned, detailed, everything works beautifully. Extra relays, so it can support all the modifications we're gonna do. That's coming through really nice. All rewrapped, everything gets checked. made to work correctly. Now what we're doing with this car is I don't want all aftermarket gauges throughout the inside of the car. I don't like that look. So basically what we've done is the factory cluster, we've got a turbo Calais cluster that we're going to run in the car. So all the gauges on that are going to be working. We're going to adapt all the LS, so all the oil pressure, the volts, the tacho, all works correctly through the genuine cluster. That's how gauge works at the moment. We're going to put a V8 tacho in it, so that all just connects and talks to itself correctly. And then what we're going to do, so we're going to run a line locker under the dash for the rear brakes in the car. So that's going to, when that's activated, it's going to come up as brake fail light on the dash. And then we're also going to run nitrous on the car. Not quite yet, but in the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the wiring set up, so when we activate our nitrous, it comes up as power off the shifter. So it'll come up as power on the dash, and that will mean nitrous is activated. So all little things like that is what's gonna set this car apart. We're not just putting autometer gauges in the dash, because I think that looks trashy, and if you do that, just chuck it in the bin. All right, start again. So we're trying to make everything work as it should, properly, safely. All the cables will be run through the car with enough space behind the seat and everything, so nothing gets hot, nothing's in danger of having issues down the track, because yeah, we just want something that's turnkey, beautiful, works every time, and yeah, and the only thing we're waiting for, thanks to Raceworks again, they're sending us 2 Optima 6-volt batteries that we're going to run in the boot, and we're going to bridge to create a 12-volt circuit. That's just to fit in the side component. So we're going to run one 6-volt battery on one side, one 6-volt battery on the other side, because obviously the width and the length is going to fit in our compartments. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here that, to be honest with you, is over my head, and we're just going to leave it in the hands of well, I can't even disclose his name. Like, that's honestly it's top secret, very, very top secret. But he's going to make it like this, you know. Let's go.
Scooter, is that yours?
Allegedly.
Charles.
Alright, so guys, that's a wrap for tonight. Again, a big night, everybody's coming together, we're getting close. According to our uploading schedule, the next video, this should be running. If it's not running, we're in trouble. We'll see how we go. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, comment any questions, and stay tuned to the next episode. Ta.
Buy a hat.